Welcome to Chamber Exchange, the TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Chamber Exchange, the TV show, is an opportunity for us to bring in guests and talk about issues of jobs and economic development. But first, I want to thank our sponsor that helps make it happen, bankHometown, for sponsoring the show. And with that, and timely enough, we have two leaders of bankHometown who are here to join us in our first segment. First, Rob Morton, who is the President and CEO. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you.
And Michael Mahlert, who's the Executive Vice President and the Senior Loan Officer at bankHometown.
Thank you.
Well, I want to follow that up with a second thank you. Not only does bankHometown sponsor and support the TV show, but last year, in the midst of the crisis of the COVID-19, many small businesses being impacted, bankHometown, with your leadership, Rob, and the board, stepped up to give the Chamber $25,000, made a donation to help us as we opened up our services to non-Chamber member businesses during that crisis. And on behalf of the Chamber staff and board, I want to start out by thanking you and the team for that.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, we realized at that point in time that there was a lot of stimulus money and PPP money made available to a lot of organizations, but the Chamber at the time wasn't eligible for that. And so we thought it was important to show our support, because we understand and respect and appreciate your support, and what you did and what you guys did was nothing short of amazing.
No, the team worked hard, and we were able to help a lot of businesses through that. So again, thank you. But the COVID situation, started in February, March of 2020. It seems so long ago, and there have been a lot of long days and weeks since then. But prior to that, a new name, a merger, and maybe you could reflect a little bit about last 24 months and how that merger came together and where the bank's going.
Yeah, when I reflect over what we've accomplished over the last 24 months, it's nothing short of I'm amazed of what the team has accomplished. We at the time, about 2 years from now, 2 years ago, we had the merger. We started assimilating the teams, and then 5 months later, we had the pandemic. So we had these plans of what we wanted to do, but we had to kind of put them to the side a little bit because PPP loans were a priority, helping with modifications. And what Michael and his team accomplished during April through that second half of the year. Mike, you want to share a little bit about the
incredible numbers in terms of the PPP, but not to just to underscore your point, Rob. Though you're bringing together, two banks, a new trying to build a new culture, a brand, get the word out, and then COVID hits, and then you've got to pivot to service a new program that just comes out of the federal government. Michael, what was that about?
Yeah, it was a whirlwind, a lot of long nights and things of that nature. I mean, the end result, it was actually good, because from a team perspective, it forced us very quickly to work as a team, and it moved the momentum so much faster. And we did a phenomenal job. Great team effort. But through the whole program, we did over 1,300 PPP loans. That's a lot. $111 million in total. A lot of small businesses were impacted, and vast majority of those loans went to those small businesses, which, as you know, is the lifeblood of our community and our economy. So it helped a lot of those small businesses. So it was a great program, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah, and just from our interactions, not only with our Chamber member businesses, but as I said, during the crisis, we opened up our services to non-Chamber member businesses. Those PPP loans were the lifeline, and knowing where to go, having banks kind of turn these around. I mean, you all were working 24/7 for weeks at a time to help turn these loans around.
Yeah, and like you, I mean, you did it for non-Chamber members. We opened up our doors to non-customers too, because there were a lot of people out there that didn't know what to do, and we just became that bank that was out there helping everyone as much as we could.
And with that, you've got a team of lenders here that you help lead up. Why don't you talk about that and how they can continue to help?
Yeah, so we've got a great team. I mean, between the mergers, we've got, right now we've got 8 lenders, and we span everywhere from, Connecticut. We have one lender down in Putnam. We have a lender up in Leominster, and the rest of the lenders are actually in Millbury. It's even outside of the PPP, which is a lot of work, and the round 2 just started out in January, really, and it's still continuing with all the forgiveness. But 2021 was a phenomenal year. I mean, our team has done a great job. We're going to go over $200 million in new business this year, and a lot of it is to, obviously we've done some larger loans to bigger, bigger companies. But we're also doing a lot to help our small businesses. We just initiated a small business initiative through the bank where we're actually training up some of the branch managers to help with the assistance of helping small businesses, and we've dedicated one of those lenders to actually spearhead that program. So we're hitting everyone from the larger $20-30 million clients down to the $5,000 loans. So it's a great team. They're doing a lot of great work, and it's not just the lenders. It's everyone. It's the assistants. It's the credit department. It's a great team.
Yeah, and Rob, from Worcester, 2 branches in Worcester, all the way through South Worcester County down to Connecticut, having known you through the years, also a real commitment, and I'm sure with the support of your board, of finding ways to give back through different programs.
That's correct. We have a charitable program called the Giving Tree, and this past year, 2020, we donated $350,000 to Central Massachusetts and Windham County, which is that Northeast Connecticut sector. And then over the past 5 years, $1.4 million. So clearly, this is the kind of the best of both worlds, who we are as an organization. To Michael's point, we have the breadth and ability to handle businesses of all ends of the spectrum, but we're also remain committed to giving back to the communities that support us. We're also entering our 18th year, our Neighbors Giving Neighbors program, where we basically solicit all our business customers and we say, for every dollar you donate, we will match dollar for dollar up to $2,500 per donor. And those monies are geared specifically to food pantries throughout Central Massachusetts and Northeast Connecticut. Last year we gave $32,000 to I forget, about 12 food pantries. They all got about $2,300, $2,500. And the reason that money's so important is they get donations, with canned goods and things of that nature, but these dollars help supplement with fresh produce and vegetables and things of that nature. So they really appreciate that, and we're looking for another successful year. And I think, $225,000 we've given out over the past, I forget what period of time, but it's a cause that's very near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, well, that's important. The chamber here, and in your capacity on the board, is very involved working with the Health Foundation of Central Mass and standing up a new organization called the Food Hub. And a big focus of that is working with our area farmers, buying the produce and making sure it's getting that fresh food is getting to neighborhoods and areas that maybe it always doesn't. And that is really important to health and well-being of people. And we've learned that food insecurity is a real challenge, especially during this crisis. So thanks for that support. Just in the minute or two we have left, you've overcome a merger during a pandemic, responding to customers' needs. Just where do you see bankHometown heading?
Well, it's a great question, because the thing that we like to talk about internally is what can we do to be better, right? And so that's our focus. What can we do so 6 months from now, a year from now, that we can be better? And so our focus and what we think is compelling in the marketplace is, the majority and a lot of people want to deal with a local institution, but also have expanding needs, complex needs with technology and whatnot. And we're able to be both, right? And so we're able to handle both those things, I think, very well. And we just want to keep doing it and be better at it.
Right. Well, Rob Morton, Michael Mahlert from bankHometown, thank you for being with us, and thanks for all you're doing to help so many businesses throughout the region and giving back to the community in a variety of ways. Thanks to you and your team.
Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
And we're going to come right back for our next segment of Chamber Exchange, a TV show brought to you by bankHometown.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. bankHometown. Unlock your potential.
Worcester, a city with heart, history, and promise. A hub of innovation in life sciences, education, and healthcare. Home to multi-generational families, first-generation citizens, and next-generation baseball and hockey greats. Home to great parks, world-class museums, theaters, and restaurants. Worcester, the place to visit, to invest, and to call home.
This is Radio Worcester. Local talk, local news, local events. We got it, and we've got opinions that you're going to want to hear.
That Worcester will be thought of and spoken about.
We're live every morning, 6 to 10 a.m., and if you can't catch us then, you can find us online, day and night, at radioworcester.com. This is your town. This is your morning show. Talk of the Commonwealth with Hank and Ben.
Just watch me now. Just watch me. Just watch me now. Just watch me. Just watch me now. Just watch me. Just watch me now.